This demo will showcase our Salesforce to Salesforce custom object broadcast template. Broadcast is the act of moving data from a single source system to many destination systems in an ongoing, near real-time or real-time basis. Essentially, it is one-way synchronization from one to many. This type of integration is useful when synchronizing data from one system to another in real time, creating a sales order in one system when an opportunity is marked as one in another, and many more. In this video, I will show you an example of an organization that utilizes this template to broadcast its custom objects from one Salesforce instance to another in real time. We will also specify a filtering criteria. In this case, a custom object will be filtered depending on the year. Right now, let's see how it all works. Here, you can see that we've already created a custom object called Music Album. Now, let's create a new music album in our Salesforce instance in Org A and see how it will be reflected in our destination Salesforce instance. We will fill up all the information and click Save. Then, when we go to our destination Salesforce instance and refresh the page, we will see that the music album was created there as well. Now, let's take the same music album and change the year from 1970 to 1971. When we go back to our destination Salesforce instance, we will see that the year for that music album was updated accordingly. Now, let's create a new music album that doesn't meet the criteria. We will fill up all the information and in this case, pick a year that doesn't match the filtration criteria. Then, when we go to our destination Salesforce instance, we will see that the music album didn't migrate over. Now, let's move from the user experience to Anypoint Studio, our graphical design environment for the Anypoint platform, and see what's powering this integration. Here, we see our template, which leverages best practices for integration with Salesforce and makes this integration possible in minutes. This template has already been downloaded from our library, where all of our templates can be found. As we look at the endpoints file, we can see a Salesforce connector that retrieves custom objects from our Salesforce instance and determines the filtering criteria. The filter is a part of the query that selects what should be migrated over, or at least extracted out of the Salesforce instance, and what should be filtered. Then, when we go to the business logic file, we can see that the template uses a batch module to make the act of moving a large set of data easier and more transparent. Here, we query the data from the Salesforce destination and check whether a custom object from the Salesforce origin exists there. Then, we remove unnecessary fields like last modified date and upsert the data into our destination Salesforce instance, which means that we either create a new record or update an existing one. The last step that we do, we log a message report that the migration process has been completed. Now that we know what stands behind this integration, everything we have to do to make it work is to list our Salesforce credentials in the Properties file and run the application. Today, we've shown you our Salesforce to Salesforce custom object broadcast template and broadcasted custom objects from one Salesforce instance to another. To find out more about the template, follow the View Documentation link on the template's detail page. Give the template a try, and if you have any questions or feedback, please send it to info@mulesoft.com. Thank you.